Wow, wow, wow. Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are joining me from. It's day two of the Exceptional and Significant Leader Conference 2021. That is being hosted here on the Leading Beyond Success community on account on commemoration of a first year anniversary. Woo! I'm excited for tonight. I don't know if anyone there is excited as I am, all right, but I'm pretty excited because I got to be here, all right? I got to show up tonight again, all right? Yesterday was indeed a blast. I couldn't recover from all that was shared last night. For me, well, you can see I'm still trying to get over it. But the first section by Mr. Deyemi Oyalayiwola was simply full of nuggets. Like I said yesterday, and they laughed over it. But the truth is that it's a case of Mary and Martha that had been with Jesus. Okay, all right. So Deyemi Olayiwola has been with John Maxwell for many years. So the way he shared is exactly like his mentor, like our mentor, John Maxwell. So much nuggets that was shared last night. Man, if you missed out yesterday, you need to go get the replay. You need to get the replay, all right? At the end of tonight's section, I'm going to be sharing how you can get the replay. But let me assure you that you need to listen to that section over and over and over again, all right? And the second section by Dr. Sam Ekundayo was just what would I say, like blazing fire beyond beyond what is shared, beyond the fire, beyond beyond the passion that we've been sharing, beyond the energy. Hey, I deliberately put that section there to prepare us and get us ready for what we are about to do. Because really, if you want to build influence and you don't understand your purpose, forget it. Yeah, your purpose is very, very critical. That's the reason why that topic was commanded by purpose. It means purpose is a command, it's something you got to do, whether you like it or not. Otherwise, you will not live a life of fulfillment. And of course, designed for influence. So I want to encourage you, please go ahead and get the replay. All right, get the replay. All right, that's said enough. Let me come now to my friends who are joining tonight. I have seen some people joining us live right now tonight. All right, you're joining us right now tonight. I can see some people. Please drop your names on the comment section. All right, drop your names and where you're joining us from at the comment section. Let's know where you're joining from. It'll be great and great to know where you're joining from. Wow, somebody say wow. All right, so wow. All right, I've seen Facebook user here. Please drop your name and your location where you're joining from. It'd be great. I'm going to announce it from here. All right, tonight is just going to get better from yesterday. All right, yesterday was off the charts. Okay, but today it's going to get better. Oh, that was from Maryland. That's a moderator there. Okay, awesome, great. So it's going to get better. It's going to get better tonight. It's going to get better. Trust me, it's going to get better. All right, at the back end right now, our speaker is just logging in right now. So I know we're going to be taking this to another level. Okay, so do me a favor, if you're joining us tonight, okay, if you're joining us tonight, please ensure that you drop your name and where you're joining from. So Taiwan, we're going to go put you on the screen right now. I'm going to put you on the screen right now. Awesome. Also, one thing you want to also do is, okay, great. Click the link on the video. Click the link on top of the video. You're going to see allow StreamYard to give you access to be able to see your post so that we can actually put your name and the picture on the screen. Okay, that would be great. All right, it's great that we can also mention you. Okay, great. So awesome moment tonight. Awesome moment tonight. Like I said, we're going to be taking it a step further tonight. Today is day 2. And day 2 is simply going to be up the shot. Now, the theme for day 2 is multiplying your influence. Multiplying your influence. I'm so excited about this. See, for me, this conference is not all about multitude of people joining us. That's the truth. All right. It's not about multiple people. Now, when it comes to leadership, you don't need a lot of people to get this done. You just need a few serious, committed people, right? Jesus had just 12 people, 12 disciples to actually influence, and those 12 people, 12 disciples went to influence the world. Just 12, just 12, okay? So we don't need so many people to actually create a change. We don't need so many people to actually make a difference. All we need just a few persons, okay? So I'm not pretty much so much bothered about the large number of people joining us tonight, but a few people who are committed to learning how they can become significant and very, very much exceptional in their life. So, right, like what I said tonight, I'm going to go on to right now. It's going to be the next level. Going to take it to the next level. I'm not going to be on the end tonight, and I'm going to be talking so much tonight. I'm just going to go to the back end. We have a moderator for tonight. All right, we have a moderator for tonight, and I'm excited because, all right, she is someone that I respect so much. Okay, great. Her name is Fumi Omotosho. Mrs. Fumi Omotosho is going to be our moderator for tonight. Fumi Omotosho is a behavioral coach and psychologist, and simply doing awesome work, awesome things out there. All right, influencing people, helping people to get better, helping people to understand who they are, helping people to make sense of who they are. Do you understand me? So tonight, she's going to be the one that's going to be moderating tonight's section. I'm just going to be on the back end, just feel around and enjoy and ensuring that everything goes so well tonight. Everything goes so well tonight. So, well, I'm going to just go on the back end right now and then bring on up to stage Fumi Omotosho. All right, there you are. Welcome tonight, monitor. Fumi Omotosho.
Thank you very much, Terry. I'm so excited to be here this evening. Yesterday's session was a bomb. Yesterday's session was a bomb, and if you did not join yesterday, you just need to get the replay as soon as possible, because yesterday we learned how to gain influence, and today we are going to focus on how to multiply influence. And if you are joining us, please, and you are yet to put it on the chat room, please put your name and where you are joining from on the chat room. My name is Fumi Omotosho, and I'm joining from Lagos. So put the city where you are joining from on the chat room. And today in this session, we have a phenomenal speaker. This is a man that I've followed over the years. Is a man that will blow your mind. He has prepared a lot of things for us to glean from. So I'd like you to get your comfortable chair, get your pen, get your writing paper, and because I know that you are going to need to jot some things down, because this man is going to blow your mind, and you still need to get the replay after that. If you miss anything, you must listen to this again and again and again. So I'd like you to get a comfortable chair. I would like you to also invite your friends, your spouse, your siblings, everybody. Just tell them that they should come on and join the Exceptional and Significant Leader Conference tonight. And I don't want to take much of our time, and I want to encourage us, please feel free to engage in the chat room. If you see anything that is wowing you, if you are wowed, or all the nuggets that you get from tonight, just feel free to drop a comment in the chat room, because today we are going to learn how to multiply our influence, and you don't want to miss it. Avoid any distraction, remove any noise that will distract you. Just make sure that you focus so that you can get the best, you can maximize tonight's session. And tonight's speaker is going to be talking about a topic that is very interesting, a topic that is very germane, and it is profiting from your knowledge assets, the concepts, the process, and the money. So your knowledge assets, what you know, how to make a profit from it, is going to tell us, and I know that you are going to be wowed. So tonight's speaker is none other than Mr. Niyi Soyinka. He's a coach, is based in Nigeria, in Kaduna. He's a success and catalyst, life and leadership, and business coach. So you can see that this is a man that is a man of many sides, and he's a trainer, he's a consultant, he's a speaker, and is the lead strategist at BIGshot Consulting Limited. And tonight, as I told us earlier, he's going to be talking to us about profiting from your knowledge assets, the concept, the process, and the money. With a wild ovation, Please let's put our hands together as we welcome the highly cerebral, the quintessential Niyi Soyinka. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the amazing job you're doing and the amazing introduction. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. I want to be sure you can
Yes,
hear me
please,
loud and
I
clear.
hear you.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much, Ma. That's an amazing welcome. I'm so humble and I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. And of course, as my custom is, I want to thank Dr. Terry for being so magnanimous. I was here on another platform, on another of his program a few months ago, and I do not take your invitation to me tonight for granted at all, sir. I'm so grateful. It warms my heart to know that you could believe in me and the things that we do. Thank you so much, and thank you for all that you do. And it's gladdening to know that aside you, it's just a typical example of a true leader. All right, you love to delegate to people, and that exemplary leadership for me. All right, I don't need to say any other thing. I know you're a true leader, and I truly celebrate you. One more time, thank you for putting this together. Thank you for your kindness, and thank you for all that you do. I pray that God keeps increasing you more and more. I celebrate you. I celebrate you. All right.
Thank you, sir. I'm grateful, sir.
All right,
Don't give
sir.
me doctor yet.
My
Okay,
pleasure,
we're working
sir.
on it.
No. Awesome. All right. So like Mrs. Fumi said, like Dr. Terry has said earlier, we're going to be discussing on profiting from your knowledge assets, right? The concept, the process, and of course the money. Now, one thing I'm glad for is that while I looked through the topics for this year's conference, celebrating this anniversary of this, I mean, perhaps you're here. Let me say to you, you are not in the wrong place. You are in the right place. Probably the best place to be in the world. All right. And before I forget, I'd love you to get people to come into this family. I know there may be terms and conditions that may apply, but one thing you can do to help the people around you is to tell them, share this video. All right. Tell your friends. All right. Tell them about this community and the impact that you are getting. I truly know that you're getting something. So don't be selfish. Don't be stingy about what you are getting. So in the next 40 minutes or less, all right, I will be speaking about profiting from your knowledge asset, the concept, the process, and the money. Like I said earlier, I looked at the different topics that every other speaker will be speaking, and I love the way that Mr. Terry has been able to itemize and segment and put them in segments. I just love the idea. All right, he gave a general topic and he gave about three guides, which is perfect. So one more time, profiting from your knowledge asset, the concept, the process, and the money. All right, let me start by saying that there are a lot of industries out there in the world. You know them so much. You know that there's the oil industry. All right, you also know that there's the IT industry, there's the tech industry. If I asked you to mention a lot of them, you could mention, yes, the agricultural industry, right? There is many industries all around the world, right? Industries, beverage industry, right? Name them, okay? Confectionaries industry, right? You know a lot of them. But there's also an industry that probably a lot of people do not know there's an industry. And maybe for some of you, for some of us tonight, it will just occur to us that, okay, this is truly an industry. So this is what, when I mention this is on stream, three things will happen. It's either you are reminded about it, or you are just informed about it, or you are just coming into awareness that there's what is called the knowledge industry. Yes, you heard me right. I'll say it one more time. There's what is called the knowledge industry. So just like you will have the IT industry, the tech industry, the sport industry, all right, the entertainment industry, the confectionery industry, all right, the oil and gas industry, the agricultural industry, you also have what we call the knowledge industry. So the knowledge, see, I want you, many years ago, this has not been the case. All right. But in our generation and in the last 10, 20 years, thereabout or less, probably as in the last 5 to 10 years, majorly, all right, this industry has grown. All right. We are living in the knowledge economy, right? That's why courses like knowledge management came into fall like never before, right? Knowledge is the new oil. If you permit me to say, knowledge is the new oil, because if you doubt it, the first thing I will ask you to do is that ask Google. And asking Google is already seeking knowledge. Did you hear me? Knowledge is the new oil. And if you doubt me, ask Google. And what is Google? Google is a knowledge site, right? Somebody wants to fix a nail. Somebody wants to know how to cook. All right. Somebody wants to just do anything. They want to know something. They want to know something. You've heard me use the word know. All right. They go into Google. Why? Because it's an industry. Did you know that Google is the most visited site in the world? I want to emphasize this knowledge industry so that you understand, right? It's the most visited site because people want to ask how. They want to know. They want to know something, right? It's either a student wants to know something about his academics, or a worker, or a businessman, or a consultant, a coach, a trainer wants to know something, and they Google. Okay? So Google is the most visited website in the entire world, as I speak to you. All right. It also has about 3.5 billion searches every single day. But that's about half the population of the world, right? As per number. Okay. All right. So about 3.5 billion searches happen every day on Google, averagely, right? And that means if you look at that, if you multiply that by 365, you have about 1.3 trillion searches in a year. People want to just know something. Okay, so it's important to know this, right? We were told that in about 2018, okay, the knowledge industry was worth about 170 billion US dollars. 170 billion US dollars as per. So that's the worth of the knowledge industry. All right, it was worth about 170 billion US dollars. It is said that in about 2025, it will be worth about 400 billion US dollars. Now that is huge. For the knowledge industry, that is pretty huge. All right. So I want you to know that as long as you can hear me, you can read and write. There's something you know. Okay, I need to say that. Okay, there's something you know that you can profit from. There's something you know that other people do not know. All right, they may know it in part. But okay, if you merge your experience, all right, your own personality to what you know, that means there's nobody that truly knows what you know, because it's only you that have the exact kind of personality that you have. All right, but all of us can know genomics, all right, all of us can know DNA, okay, but okay, the way in which you carried your experience, how you have lived it, it will be different. So there's something you know that nobody else probably knows, and number two, that the world truly needs. Okay, so as long as you can hear me, it's just for you, and that's why you're at this conference. So I'm going to be showing you, all right, the concept, right, and which I've started already, the process, and of course the money from the knowledge industry. So somebody's asking me, you are telling me that I know something. Me, you are saying that, are you not just another motivational speaker who has come to motivate us? There's nothing wrong with motivation. I'm proudly a motivational speaker, right? But I'm going to give you motivation and information and knowledge, okay? So somebody's asking me, what do you think I know? Especially, let me speak to somebody out there who they've been told that nothing good can come out of you, who have been told that you're not good enough, who have been told, that, you can't lead, who have been told that, no, this is not your type that we're looking for here. Let me tell you what you can teach. Let me tell you what you know that you can use to change your world, and of course you can profit from, as our topic is. Number one is that your failures and your victories, your failures / your victory, you can teach. Oh, maybe you are out there, you wrote, if you're in Nigeria, you wrote JAM, the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, right? You wrote it 7 times. That's your failure. And in the 8th time, you had 280, right? That's your victory. You can share it. All right? That's your knowledge. I'm telling you, very powerful, very important. Or you went through a heartbreak, you went through a divorce, right? You recovered from sickle cell anemia. Do you understand what I'm saying? You recovered from a particular sickness, you recovered from cancer. Are you getting me? Right? Your failures / your victory is knowledge. If you knew people who are simply certain people literally broke out, right? They made name. As in, they became what you call them today because of their failures and, of course, / their victories, right? So that's why I tell people, never allow your pain to waste. Don't allow your failure to waste. I know your failure or your pain came to kill you. It came to destroy you. All right. I know probably you're even going through one pain, but let me tell you, there's purpose in your pain. There can be even profit in your pain. I'll say that again. There's purpose in your pain, and there can be profit in your pain. So what can you teach? What knowledge do you have? You have your failures and your victory. Nobody in the world knows it better than you do. So this is a knowledge you can trade with. All right. Number two, okay, is your expertise, your skill. Maybe you've developed speaking skills like I'm doing, like Dr. Terry, all right, or Mrs. Fumi out there, all right, and like the other speakers. You've developed expertise, all right, in an area, in agriculture, in farming, okay, in teaching, in public speaking, in coding, in artificial intelligence. You've gained certain expertise. You have a confirmed skill. You've gained almost what we call flawless competence, right? In leadership, in emotional intelligence, in capacity building, right? In knowledge management. That is what you can trade with, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you can listen to me out there. You can actually profit from your expertise and your skills. So number one, you can profit from your failure and your victory. Number two, you can teach and make money. All right, let's call it make money. All right, I think that will resonate more. Okay, from your failures and your victories. Number two, from your expertise and all your skill. Number three, all right, your certification. That's the truth. Probably you've been certified. I know they say these days it's not about certificates, it's about certificates. All right. So whether there's certificate or certificate, but I'm particular about your certificate. All right. You have a master's degree somewhere, or you've been certified as an emotional intelligence, coach, as a leadership coach. I know Dr. Terry is a John C. Maxwell certified, leadership coach. So for instance, that certification, all right, he's been certified. All right, so you can teach leadership anywhere in the world. Probably there are institutions around the world that have certified you, maybe from your college degree, right, or even certain other fields. Okay, so your certification, you can trade with it. Not everybody has it. Don't commonize it. Come on. Or probably you even have a PhD, right? You've been certified. So that's another area. That's the concept. I'm talking about the concept, of profiting from your knowledge assets. So these are assets, all right? I love to emphasize that word. They are assets. They are not liabilities. You see that? Yeah? So probably your mindset. Maybe I should talk to somebody's mind tonight. Your mindset has been seeing that what good can come out of this. All right. What else can come out of this? What will they say? Nothing there, Joe. Or what do you have in your house? Like that woman that Elijah asked. She said nothing. She commonized the oil. All right. She said nothing. However, okay. There's a jar of oil, right, that I have in my house. So that's what I'm talking about. So you need to catch that idea. You must have, your certification. Number 4 is your experience. Maybe you've garnered the experience. You've had 7 years working experience in the bank. You've had 5 years working experience, doing whatever in the bank, all right? And so you can train bankers, for instance, all right? Or you've mentioned the trade, oil and gas industry, okay? The speaking industry. You've garnered experience, 5 years experience, 10 years experience, 20 years experience, 2 years experience, 1 year experience. Experience is not cheap, sir. It's not cheap, ma. All right. So you can use your experience. It's knowledge. Your experience is knowledge. Right. And that's very powerful. Almost very few things in our world beat experience. Right. Almost nothing beats experience. When you have experienced a thing, you know it. Let me use our lingua. It's not cheap. Thank you, Dr. Terry. Your experience is not cheap. It's not cheap, sir. All right. You went through a lot to get what you gathered. All right. You went from the backside. You went from a trainee. You became a manager. You went from a trainee. You became an officer. You became a middle level manager. You became a full manager. You become a senior manager, and you came into the executive management. That is key. That is experience. It's powerful. It's not cheap, sir. So you can trade with it. All right. Very important and very powerful. Number 5 is your innate ability. Right. Your talent. What you do naturally. Don't joke with it. You could talk naturally. They gave birth to you with talking. You started talking away from the fruit from the womb. If there's anybody like that, from the womb like this, you started talking. You started vibrating. Right? That innate ability, that ability to draw. You could draw. Okay. You could counsel people. Without thinking. Right? They are very powerful. Right? Very, very powerful. So your natural ability and natural talent is remember, I'm talking about the concept of my time. I just have about 20 minutes. All right. So let's run quickly. Your innate ability, all right, your talent, you could sing. You know what I mean? All right. Look at your number 6, your hobby. HOBBY. What you call a hobby. I wrote a book. You could even see it behind me. How to earn a fee from what you do for free. All right. So you are writing on Facebook just for hobby. It's just your hobby. Or when they say write your CV, what are your hobbies? You say singing. All right. You say writing. You say playing football. You say those are your hobbies. Some of us use them. Those are your hobbies. I'm telling you, is knowledge. What you call hobby can be something you can trade with. Don't joke with it. Don't joke with it. All right. Right. So what are your results? Number 7, your results. You've had results in certain areas. You've had results in certain areas. That's knowledge. You've had results in the workplace. You've had results. All right, on campus, all right, in school. Okay, you came out with the first class, you came out with the second class, you even came out with the third class, but this is what you have done even with it. Yeah, your results over the years. All right, you did a business and you made $1 million in 1 week, in 2 weeks. Results, man, results. People these days are not even looking for people; they are looking for results. They don't want anybody who is saying, A, B, C plus Z, just theoretical knowledge. Certain people want results. You just say, okay, leave the jargons, leave the stories, leave the mathematics. Show us your results. For those of us probably who are still out there, maybe on the job order, I hope you know that this curriculum vitae, all right, the curriculum vitae CV of these days is no longer about what you can do. I can work under pressure. I can do this. It's about what you have done. So people don't really want to see what you can do again. They want to see what you have done. I'm not saying you shouldn't put what you can do, but more than anything, what will sell you more, sir? What will sell you more, man, is what you have done. All right. I think that I should say that in passing to somebody. All right. What you have done will sell you more than what you can do. All right. Because what you can do is that you have not done it. All right. We don't know. Maybe it's a guesswork. But what you have done, we say, okay, you have done it. That means you can do it again, right? This is very important. So your results, you can sell and trade your knowledge, right? What you do for free, what you do for free. I wrote a book again, how to earn a fee from what you do for free. Some of the things you do for free, all right? Some of your friend calls you and say, give us this, this, and this. You could convert it. Yes, you could convert it into knowledge and trade with it, all right? So you need to ask a few questions as I go ahead very quickly. All right, you need to ask a few questions. All right, what are the problems? What are the failures? What are the challenges I've overcome? You write them down. See, I need you to know this. I said in the last seminar that we have, ask Dr. Terry for it. Probably he will get it across to you. One of the things I said about one of the most powerful principles you can ever learn in life is the power of introspection, or the power of inquisition, rather. The power of inquisition, the power of questioning. Questioning has power. Your ability to ask, all right? The word why, where, when, how, those words are probably one of the most powerful words on the planet Earth. Why, where, when? I'm telling you, they say a problem solved, a problem shared, all right? A problem shared is half solved. Can I also tell you, a problem asked is half solved? Yeah. Niyi, you know what I'm saying? All right? Out there, I'll say it again, they say a problem shared is half solved. Can I also tell you that a problem asked, right, is also half solved? So there's power in questioning. So you need to ask certain questions, all right? I tell people that answers are not usually far away. They're waiting for the right questions. Your answers are not far away. They're waiting for the right question. That's why you enter an environment and suddenly you bring up a question. They say, oh, where have you been? The question is all around here. We're just waiting. See, answers are hanging in your room as you listen to me right now. Maybe you're in your car, maybe you're in a room, you're hiding somewhere. I can tell you that answers are just around you. They are just waiting for the right question to trigger them. So you need to ask certain questions like, all right, what are the challenges? What are the problems? What are the failures I've gone through? Where do I have results in? All right? All right? Do you understand? What have I learned over the years? What have I gotten certificate over the years? I sweated and got those certificates. Write those things down. Do you want me to put it clearer for you? So do it this way. The places, the challenges I have overcome in life are, write it down. The challenges, you answer the questions later. The challenges I have overcome in life are, so give a gap. Go to number 2. The areas I have results in are, all right, do you understand? My hobbies are, the areas I have certifications in are, all right, my skills, all right, are, do you get what I'm saying? Okay, my hobbies are, the things I do for free are, all right, do you understand? Very powerful and very important. So write them down. Write them. When you write these things down, answer them, you will see that you have a gold mine sitting in front of you. Do you copy? Do you copy? Very powerful and very important. So get this thing going. Please don't take it as another talk. Don't do this as an, can I give you an assignment? Can I give you a task? Go ahead and do this task. All right. Write these things down. You are asking yourself a question. Instead of just saying that, what are the challenges I've gone through? No, do it this way. The challenges I have gone through in my 50 years of existence of living are, okay? I'm taking time here because I know this is where probably your next meal will result from, okay? The results I have in life are, okay? My hobbies include, the following are my natural abilities. Do you understand? Below are areas where I have proficiency in. Okay? Powerful, powerful, powerful. All right. So let's go into the process. Let's go into the process. So you now have an idea of, what you can profit from. So you have an idea, the problems, the challenges, and the things that you've gone through. So you have that as the concept. So this is the general concept of the knowledge asset. So this is who you are. So we have left that stage now. Now, if you've done that, it's not enough. All right. You need to know that you need to undergo the process. And one of the quick ways to undergo a process is to come up with a product or a service. All right. You need to come up with a product or service. So if people want to Google, they don't just want to Google random people. So they went to Google how to make my hair, all right, or how to speak in public, how to overcome public speaking fear. So you need to put out some product out there that when people come to search you, all right, on the most search engine in the world, like I mentioned, Google, they can find you. All right, so you need to bring out those things. So what are the things? What are some of the things that you can develop? I'll tell you 5 things you can develop, all right, that when you do, okay, you will have it out there, and people, you can ultimately, which is the last point, you can ultimately profit from it. You can make the money that you need. So one of those things is ebooks or paperback books or hard copy books. So number 1, okay, so let's talk about the product. Let's talk about the product. All right, let's talk about 5 or 6 products very quickly. Right, ebooks / paperback books or hard copy books or general books. All right, ebooks, that's number 1. Number 2, webinars. All right, this is a webinar, for instance. Is a online seminars on the web are called webinars. All right, so we could have been in a physical place now, but we're on the web, so it's called webinar. Right, so you can have webinars. Right, number 3, right, you can have coaching. You can do coaching. You can coach people, right? So you can have one-on-one coaching, right? So Dr. Terry, after this conference now, wants to have one-on-one, what I call one-on-one coaching with people, or group coaching, 2 to 5 people. He wants to coach them. If you can listen to me, please let me know in the comment section so that I know I'm not just speaking to myself. I believe you're getting value. There's no doubt in my heart that you're getting value tonight. So ebooks or normal copy books. Number 2, coaching. Very powerful. Coaching is number 2. Number 3, okay, is you can have membership, right? People subscribe to membership. So probably every week they have a newsletter, or every month you send something to them, right? Very important. So they subscribe, right? And they belong to your membership, group. Do you understand what I'm saying? Number 4, online courses. All right, online courses, you can do them. I think that's number 5, right? Number 1, ebooks or normal books. Number 2, webinars. Number 3, coaching. Number 4, memberships. Number 5, online courses. All right, I want to narrow it here. You can do other things. You can do consultation, right? Which is what we could call coaching. Okay, so you can do all of those things, but let's narrow it to these 5. So you can have this as your assets. You can develop, an ebook, right? Develop a book, like I wrote a book, right? Go find a webinar, do a webinar, right? Like we're doing here right now, right? Have online courses, okay? All right, and online courses can be, different kinds of courses. People are doing courses and making it big. Like I told you, this is so. When we said that it's a $175 billion industry, all right, as of 2018, this is where some of those things are. Majority of those small. So there are other things called templates, for instance. This is where they are from. People write book, people buy it. They sell 1 million copies. They make $1 million. Do you get what I'm saying? Webinars. So people organize this. This is where the money is. Online courses. All right. Offline courses, in fact, because so that I'm just narrowing it down because I think we are more in the digital world. Okay. But these things, you can take them out. So don't narrow it down to just the digital space. All right. The social media space and all of that. You can take it out to offline, to the land. Okay. Take it to the terrestrial, as it were. Do you understand? Coaching, membership. You want to coach people, you want to put them on a monthly coaching or a group coaching. You have group coaching calls, right? You have a membership subscription, all right? You have online courses that is a bestseller, okay? You have webinars. Do these things. So put them at the back of your mind and please write them down, okay? But as I go ahead, I also want you to know that when you want to do all these things, as much as I will encourage that, okay, you should do all of these things. So I said, what are the things you need to develop? All right, they need to be developed along the place of your skills, along the place of your hobbies, your talents, and all of those 7 or 8 things I mentioned earlier. But I love to give a caveat. It is one thing to say, okay, I have a skill in public speaking. It's another thing to be smart enough to know that who your audience is. So you need to know you don't just go into the market. So this is the illustration I love to use. There's what we call a starving and a hungry crowd. A starving crowd and a hungry crowd. So for instance, now I give a practical example. I love to use it almost all the time. If you're hearing me, please let me know in the comment section. Okay. Now, so I have 2 boys, all right, General David and Ambassador Daniel. Amazing boys, amazing boys. One will be 4 in December. The other will be 2 sometime in October. Right. So imagine that these guys imagine that this webinar now is holding, this conference now is holding in an enclosed place. So let's imagine that we're all sweaty, we're all hungry, right? We're all gasping for breath and all of that. Okay, so the place is choked, there's no AC, there's no fan, everybody's just grappling for life. I hope you know that one of the things that will happen to us more than anything, one of the fastest things we will need, apart from escaping that place and getting ventilation, one of the fastest things we will need is water, right? Because obviously we would have been dehydrated. Okay, so just imagine my boys now come into the hall where we are feeling choky and all of those stuff. They said, okay, Daddy, you are here too. Daddy, just stay by one side. All right, amazing. Thank you, thank you for getting value. All right, so just imagine my boys now say, Daddy, you are here too. Well done, Daddy. We want to trade with one of the principles you taught us at home. So let's see how it will work. So my boys now said, okay, everybody listening, this is a bottle of water. Do you want it? Everybody started shouting on top of their voices. They almost want to grab the water. The boys now say, hold on. Our daddy has taught us something. Okay. They now said, how much do you think this water is? Some say, okay, it's a few hundred naira, depending on the country you're calling from. Let me use Nigeria, right? It's about 200 naira, 100 naira. My son said, okay, fine, beautiful. They say, okay, well, for the purpose of this class, for the purpose of this conference, we're going to be selling this water for, let's say, $2. We're going to sell it for 1,000 naira. Okay. I'm sure selling people will still hustle to get this water by all means because they know that their lives depend on it. No. Now, what happened? My sons came to a place called a starving crowd, or what you call a thirsty crowd. Okay. So because they came to a thirsty crowd, it was easy for them to make big sales. So they could literally increase their prices. and they will sell out. So this is the concept you must believe, you must have. All right. So some of you out there, it's not that you don't have a knowledge product. The problem is that you are not probably in the right crowd. All right. You are not in your hungry and your thirsty crowd. As long as you are not in your hungry and thirsty crowd, you will suffer. You will also be hungry and thirsty. Oh, don't leave me. Quotable quote. Listen to me. As long as you are not in a place where you have a hungry crowd and a thirsty crowd, you will go home hungry. You will go home hungry and thirsty. So this concept is very powerful, and this concept is very important. So as great as what you do is, as great as your certification is, as great as your result is, as great as your failure and your victories are, you must ensure also that you target a thirsty crowd. You target a hungry crowd. All right. This is very important, and this is very important. All right. Very, very critical in our discussion. Very important. Very, very important. So get that starving crowd. I can tell you, you will almost do little or no work. Okay. Very important. Now, another thing you must also do is to come up with irresistible, what we call, before I go to that, there's what we call the target markets, right? What people call, what do they call it now? The niche market. You want to call it niche market. You want to call something, okay? So what it means is this, all right? You must have also, in addition to what I've said so far, my son's illustration, have a target market in mind, all right? Because you see, you are not oxygen. And so not everybody will need you. Don't deceive yourself, sir. Don't deceive yourself, man. As long as you are not oxygen, and probably you are not Jesus Christ, not everybody will need you. Even some people are still rejecting Jesus, all right? So as long as you are not oxygen, okay, not everybody will need you. So you must also find your target market, right? They call it customer avatar. That's the professional language I want to look for. Customer avatar, right? You need to design your customer avatar. You need to know who, right? What is their pain points? What is their challenges? Okay, right? What is their highest desires? I can't go into that because of my time, but you could just Google what customer avatar is after this class, all right? So you need to find those people, your target market. You are not oxygen. Not everybody needs you, sir. So know your target market, all right, so that you don't struggle endlessly, okay? Right? Another thing you will do, as I begin to coast home because of my time, all right, is to have an irresistible topic or an irresistible title. Oh, very, very important. A compelling and irresistible topic and title. I'll say it one more time. A compelling and an irresistible topic and title. You need it for your ebooks. You need it for your online courses. You need it for your membership. You need it for your coaching program and for your webinars. Honestly, you need it. So I'll give you a story. Many years ago, there was a book called Astrological Love, written by one lady called Naura Aiden. Naura Aiden wrote a book called Astrological Love. Now, that's the title of the book. The book, after about a few months, it sold a few thousands or so. Then suddenly, the book title was changed. I think there was a bit of consultation and the book title was changed. Okay? So it was changed from Astrological Love to How to Satisfy a Woman Every Time and Have Her Beg for More. Did you hear the title? The former title was Astrological Love. The new title is How to Satisfy a Woman Every Time and Have Her Beg for More. See, that book that was struggling to make sales, just a few thousands, a few hundred, made about 2.5 million in about a space of 1 year. Massive, isn't it? Just nothing was changed literally in the book, in the content. Nothing was changed. It was just the title. So this is very important. This is very critical. So let me bring it home. My second phone is not here. I love to also use this illustration, right? So imagine I brought my second phone. I said, I want to teach you on how to make money from your phone. So that's the title of my class, How to Make Money from Your Phone. Then Dr. Terry wants to teach the same thing. And he now said, how I made 1 million naira from my phone in 2 months and how you can do the same. Remember, my own title is How to Make Money from Your Phone. His own title is How I Made 1 Million from my phone in 2 months, and now you can do the same. Tell me, who will you patronize? Which class will you go for? Dr. Terry's class, obviously, isn't it? Exactly. All right. I may be better than him, perhaps. Probably I may be better than him. But because he had a compelling title and an irresistible title, you flock to him. That's the idea. So in profiting from your knowledge asset, you must bring this. That's why you must understand copyright. That's what we call copywriting. COPYWRITING. Copywriting is a master secret that you must learn. All right, this is very important. So not just irresoluble topic, also very emotional topics. Emotional topic. I read of a funny story that a man gave his publisher his book. His book title was How to Change Your Life. Okay, how to change your life. Then I think somehow, maybe he didn't write it well, all right? The publisher saw it as How to Change Your Life. No, he wrote How to Change Your Life, okay? But his publisher went to publish How to Change Your Wife, okay? And because of that mistake, that book was a bestseller. Why? People wanted to change their wives at that time, okay? So quickly, the book became a bestseller before they realized the mistake. So that's the idea. It has to be emotional, it has to be compelling, it has to be irresistible, all right? Okay, and so the money, how do you make the money? Two quick ways, then I close, all right? Number one is that you need to be visible. Remember, we've talked about the concept. We said about this is the ideas that you must have to publish. We've talked about the process now. Develop these books, all right? Develop these seminars, develop these conferences and these seminars, these webinars, and all of that. I couldn't have time to explain each of them, all right? Then the last one now is the money. How do you make the money? Number one is that, thank you, you attend Dr. Terry's class, obviously, all right? So number one is visibility. You need to be visible. You want to make money? If we do not know you, we can't patronize you, sir. If we do not know you, we can't buy from you, all right? That's the truth. If we do not know you, it doesn't matter how great your product is. It doesn't matter how sweet your mouth is, all right? If we do not know you, sir, if we do not know you, ma, we cannot patronize you. There's what we call know, like, and trust out there. Your knowability, your likability, and your trustability. There's a word like that. All right. So you need to be visible. Or somebody out there, please type the word visible. VISIBILITY. Visibility. This is very important. See, visibility is as important as your ability. Visibility is as powerful as your ability. So your problem is probably not ability. You can do these things. You can even probably speak better than I'm doing right now. But your problem is that you're not visible. Nobody knows you. And as long as we do not know you, we cannot patronize you, sir. As long as we do not know you, we cannot buy from you, ma. It's very important. See, listen to me. Make being visible a project. See, I'm not talking about some nonsense, permit my language, show off, wanting to be famous just unnecessarily, just for the glam or for the gram or just for the swag. No, sir. You want to make impact, right? Ensure that you have a deliberate strategy to be visible. Make sure you want to be. I'm excited for conferences like this. When I can't say no because I want to be visible. I want to meet a new person today. So probably if I'm going to sell my book to you tomorrow, you will buy. Why? Because I'm visible. You are not saying, where's this guy of the blues? All right, who is he? Who the hell is he? Who the heck is he? Do you understand what I'm saying? Be visible. Visibility attracts favor. Visibility is as important as ability. All right. I say that I've defined the word best. Best is not always best. Best is the most visible. You doubt me? Let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. So you have somebody somewhere, I don't know the city you are from, probably in Togo, somebody in Togo who can design well, who is a very good artist, all right? But he's in one corner in Togo. Nobody knows him, all right? Then there's another person who is in Nigeria, okay, who is not as good as the guy in Togo. It's not as good. They do the same thing. They can draw, but it's not as good as the guy in Togo. But it's in Nigeria. However, it's on social media every day, right? It's people know him around. Did you know that people will see him as the best, even though the best is somewhere in Togo? All right. So visibility, best is not best. Best is the most visible. So the guy who is visible is what we call best. That's the idea. So quickly, the other thing you can do to make money apart from being visible, all right, because the more they know you, the more they want to patronize from you. The other thing you can do is to sell your product, man. I can tell you all of these things and I can tell you, get emotional title, people will flock around you. It's not enough, sir. All right, you need to you need to sell shamelessly. You need to sell consistently. You need to sell like a madman and a madwoman. I mean, you need to be aggressive with your selling, sir. I'm telling you, all right, very, very important. You need to sell. See, I tell people that you may have a chief marketing officer for your product or service, but you, my friend, must be the chiefest marketing officer. You want to hear that you may have a chief marketing officer for your product or services, but listen, my friend, you must be its chiefest marketing officer. Every business in the world, the lifeblood of every business in the world is not their product necessarily, it's in their marketing and selling. I'm telling you, it's not necessarily in your products. All right, the money is not your product necessarily, the money is not in your services necessarily, the money indirectly it is, all right, but the money is in your marketing and in your selling. That's where your money is hidden. All right, so as long as you do not market and sell, you don't have any money. It doesn't matter how fantastic your product or your service is. All right, so be strategic, be consistent, sell every day. All right, push your word out there. Don't mind what anybody will say. They will say, when did you start? You too have started. You have started your quotable quotes. When did you arrive? Don't mind them, my friend. Keep getting your dollars in your pocket. Keep selling. They will also buy one day. By the time they wake up, it may be too late for them. They will buy from you. All right, be strategic. Time will fail me to talk about how you can also price your product. That's what we call anchor pricing. That's what we call charm pricing. Let me talk about charm pricing for 1 minute as I bring it close to what I'm saying. All right, charm pricing. How do I mean? So imagine that you went to a store and you saw a product for $5, $5.00. All right, and you saw another product for $4.99. I'm sure that you will go for the $4.99 because in your mind, all right, is $4. I'm giving you a big arc now. All right, so go to Apple store tonight. Apple understood this, except they've changed it that I don't know. Apple that you know, Apple phone, Apple anything. Go to their site. You will see that all their prices ends with 0.99, 50.99, 30.99 is strategic. Right? So instead of seeing $5, you are seeing 4.99. In your mind, there's a charm around it. You are not seeing that 4.99, you're actually seeing 4. That's the idea. So it's important. So you can have 5.99, another is 5.00. The 4.99 will sell like mad because in your mind you are thinking you are paying $4. So charm pricing, you can come up with that. Right? So let me close by saying, oh, my time is up. Leverage also on the digital space. Okay, that's basically, I think, my emphasis. If you're not for the digital space, you and I will not be in this conference. Some of you are around the world. I don't know where you're tuning in from. Okay, but if you're not from the digital space, we will not be here. So I have two stories of two great guys. One called Eli Waduba. Eli Waduba is somewhere in Kaduna, just a few kilometers away from where I live, about maybe less than 7 to 10 kilometers from where I live. All right. So he went on Twitter. He's an hyperrealist actor. He draws people. He can draw you now and with pencil. All right. And you think that it was a picture that was snapped. Okay. So he now went on Twitter and said, okay, you know, guys, I've drawn this a picture of one of my favorite artists in the world, Kevin Hart. All right, that American comedian slash artist. He said, I've drawn him in the world and I want you guys to retweet until Kevin Hart saw it. Kevin Hart saw it a few weeks later and he said, I love this. I want you to do it for my friend. In a few months, Kevin Hart gave that guy 10,000 US dollars. No jokes, in this same Nigeria. The other story, we will leave it for another day. Go get my book, you'll get the other story. But I believe you got in value tonight. I hope you will from tonight look back, check at the things that you have knowledge in. Don't commonize them. Please don't be like that woman who said there's nothing in my house. No, sir. There's something in your house. There's a certificate in your behind you, in your locker, in your bedroom. There's a certificate there. There's an expertise there. There's a result you've garnered there. There's an experience that you have that nobody has. There's a failure you've gone through that we need you to share your story. There's your hobby there. There's the things that you do for free. All right? Bring them out and make massive money from your knowledge asset. I believe you got value. I'll see you some other time. I celebrate you. If I can take 1 or 2 questions, let's do that quickly. Dr. Terry, thank you one more time for having me. God bless you. Mrs. Fumi, thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Niyi Soyinka. Let's put our hands together for that wowing section. We have been wowed and pumped up. A few days ago, I was just sharing with Dr. Terry that I'm writing a book. The title of my book has changed. just by listening to Coach Niyi Soyinka tonight.
Awesome.
Please, let's put our hands together for him. I have changed
Awesome.
the title
Awesome.
of my book.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for sharing with us so great nuggets in this exceptional and significant leader conference. We are so grateful. Please, I want everyone to go to the chat room, use your best emoticons to appreciate our speaker tonight. He's done an awesome job. My own life has been transformed. My life has been changed.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad, ma'am. I'm so glad.
Thank you very much. You have added so much value. Please, let's appreciate our speaker tonight. Please appreciate him. Thank you very much. Mrs. Taiwo Awoluga says, wow, thanks so much. Obete Limberg is clapping for you. People are just appreciating you. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate it tonight. We are grateful.
I appreciate.
I want people, please go to the chat room and put your questions there. And I have a question for you, please. And my question says, how can you discover what you ought to do when you are multi-talented and multi-skilled? I have a lot of talent. You talked about the process, the concept of profiting from your knowledge. You talked about using your failure, your victory, your talent, your competence, and certifications. If you are multi-skilled and multi-talented, I can sing, I can draw, I can paint, I can play the keyboard, I can speak in front of an audience. How do I can sell Kano, I can sell alibosa, onions in Kano, to the people who are selling the onion. How do I know the one to reach at, the one to go for? Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I believe in people being multi-gifted. One of the things I believe is that God wants us to die empty. All right, so I believe that people should explore everything that God has given them. Okay, but I think this is my advice. You should start with one primarily. If I tell you many things that I do, you'll be amazed. I can tell you several other things that I do right now. I don't want to go there. All right, but one thing people know me for. In fact, somebody pointed on Facebook just yesterday, all right, that he didn't know I was a pastor. They said he didn't know. I said, wow, that's good. All right, because I didn't project that. I don't project that all the time. So one thing, my point is that be known for something. All right, you can do many other things. So imagine Ronaldo now. Okay, just imagine Ronaldo wants to write a book now. The book will sell more than 1 million copies in one night. All right, just imagine he wants to come out with a wear. All right, Ronaldo wear. He will sell millions overnight. All right, so my advice primarily is that for multi-gifted people, okay, all right, look for that one that you want to be known for, or the one you have the strongest competence in. Listen to the instruction. The one that you have the strongest competence, or the one you want to be known for primarily. So I'm primarily known as a motivational speaker, then recently an author, all right, and a management consultant. So you can see the area. The area is just still one. All right. If I mention that I'm a politician now, you'll be amazed. If I mention that, but I'm not putting that outside. Okay. So leave empty, explore it, but start primarily from one or two. All right. I think Dr. Samuel Okunda is writing a book as regards that. I think you should get that book. All right. Go get that book and get my book too, How to Earn a Fee from What You Do for Free. It will help you and narrow down some of those things that you want. All right. But at least don't let them die. But narrow down on at least one that you want to be known for, or you have flawless competence in, or is needed. The third thing, like I said, or that is needed out there. Very important. Okay, so they're not burning your passion and wasting your time. There's no time. All right, madam. Okay, go ahead with your question, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Somebody in the chat room is asking you, one of the participants, she wants to know, can you name your book title by saying six secrets of discovering you? Can this be a catchy phrase?
Well, I'm not sure it's catchy enough. But keep working on it. Please talk to Mr. Terry. Probably we can find a way to talk about a bit more inside on the inside. But talk to Mr. Terry. So he will win a better capacity probably to reach me later or something. But just talk to Mr. Terry. But he can be better. All right. For instance, the title of my book is How to Earn a Fee from What You Do for Free. All right. It was a bestseller. See what Mrs. Fumi is saying tonight now. All right. Your book from the title can become a bestseller. It can't become a bestseller. I told you about astrological love now. Overnight, it became a bestseller. All right. So, but I think it can be better. I think what you said, it's coming up, but I think it can be better. All right. If we can work around it, maybe you come up with 1 or 2 or 3 more, can match them together and see what can come out of it. Yeah.
Dr. Terry, over to you then. We need to help Mrs. Awonuga about that. Let me quickly, before Mr. Terry comes up to wrap up this session, I just want to quickly share with you. I was writing a book on how not to get offended, sharing my experience of how I was ill a few years ago and I did a soul searching, and I decided that, okay, let me forgive people that offended me, and at the end of the day, I got healed. But from you tonight, I wrote down while you were speaking, how I unlocked healing through forgiveness and how you can do the same. Is it not better than the title just?
It's better.
Much better. So I got this inspiration by listening to you tonight. So I want to urge everyone to see. I know that this broadcast will still be on till midnight today. Please log on to the broadcast and listen to it again and again. Mr. Niyi was our speaker at the Sea Summit, and we gained a lot of things from him, and he's here again speaking to us, transforming our lives. We are very grateful, sir. You are an amazing speaker. Thank you for sharing yourself with us. Thank you for sharing what God has put inside of you with us. Thank you. And I want to find out, how do we get your book, the book, how to earn a fee from what you do for a
Okay, very quickly, I think to make it very, very easy for people, and the book also comes with 19,500 worth of bonus. All right, but how to earn a fee from what you do for free, making big money from your skills, idea, and talent. Just my WhatsApp number. I think it's the fastest way to do it. I also want to keep in touch with you. 070 3457.
Make it slowly, please. Please come again, please, sir.
070.
Okay.
3457.
Okay.
0310.
Okay.
070-3457-0310. Yeah, so you can just buzz me in. That's the fastest way to do it. It's on my website too, but I think this is the quickest. All right. Yeah.
Section, all of us can get in touch. If you're interested in that book by Mr. Niyi Soyinka, you can get it when you click on yes. Thank you, Mr. Ambag, for putting it. Better number, that's the phone number, the WhatsApp number, so we can all get that book and be blessed. Thank you very much. I think Dr. Terry is coming on now to take over from here.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you, Mr. Terry. Are you there? Okay, I guess the network is not
doing. Thank you. Tonight.
Okay, you are here. You are welcome, sir.
Tonight is fire. Yeah. All right, can you hear me? All right, can you hear me? I don't know why Dr. Niyi just escaped now. I wanted him. Please come back here. I'm putting you back in there. He's back. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You know, I was just at the back. I was like, today, not today. You must catch this thing today. Can you? But it's really awesome tonight. Can you hear me, Dr. Niyi? Can you hear me, sir?
Can hear you.
Hear you, sir. Can hear you, sir.
All right. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for tonight. very explosive and so amazing tonight. I was like, this is it, this is it. And I want to appreciate you for always honoring us, always saying yes, you know. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Anytime.
And
Anytime.
there's no other thing that you have to do that rushing, right? I think that the copy so far, and there's no other thing to do. You want to know exactly how to earn a fee from what you do for free? Jump up to Dr. Niyi and then you're going to get that. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for coming on the Exceptional and Significant Leader Conference tonight. Thank you, sir. And we appreciate you. We're going to end this section right now, and so that we can start up the next section. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. The next section is going to start. Okay. The next section is starting by
thank you. I'm appreciating.
Okay, you're welcome, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
very much,
yes,
sir.
please. I'm appreciating you for a wonderful. I'm appreciating you for a wonderful section.
Thank you,
for
sir.
doing a wonderful moderation. I'm also appreciating you for that. Thank you for keeping time. I know you got value already. I saw you writing. That's great. That's the whole idea about tonight's section. Thank you for a wonderful time. We're going to continue again on the next section, but we have to end this now, so we can come up again for the next section. So for all of our listeners, like we did yesterday, same thing. We have to end this section, and then what you just do is go on to the next one, refresh your, either you refresh the page or just jump into the next link. We're going to be having the next. Let's go there as we start up the next section with Dr. Niyi all the way from Sydney. Sydney, Australia, joining us and taking us on a very, very amazing dimension of how you can actually profit from your, is it profit now? How you can multiply your influence, not just only locally, but globally. All right, so you can reach out and actually live your life. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, moderator. Thank you, Dr. Niyi. Thank you, everyone, participants. I see you there, Ben 10. I see you, Taiwa Wanuga. Thank you. I see you. And several others who did not make us see their names. Let me see if I can mention that in 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, let me see. Others who are joining us, I can't see your name right now, but thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate you. Now let's go to the next video, next section, as we commence with the next section 2 of tonight's on day 2 of the Exceptional and Significant Leaders video. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.